Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop.
Before the Christmas season, the fan on the furnace was making some really loud noises. So I checked it out and found out that the pulley was loose on the fan wheel. And also the bearings were rattling on the shaft. So I knew that I needed to get new bearings and I needed to do something about the fan wheel. Now, the first thing I need to do is remove the cover. That's pretty simple, actually. I'll lift up on it, pull it forward. Lift it out of the way. Remove the filter. The other thing that has to happen is I have to take out the front bar and the bolts holding the fan in. Slide those over out of the way. And of course, use the magnet to pick up the various bits and pieces and place them in the tray. Now I have the fan motor turned off over at the breaker panel. And I need to take out those two bottom screws and then slide the fan unit out. Now there doesn't appear to be any other screws holding it in other than those two bottom screws, so we're going to find that out now. Because the easiest way to know that you got it wrong is when it doesn't work. When I go to put this back in, I'm going to have to get down on my prayer bones. But if I can avoid that, I'm gonna. Because it's not an easy thing to get up and down and up and down and up and down a whole bunch. And I'm hoping that I can do this job without a lot of it. What am I hitting now? I'm hitting the fan wheel on that piece of steel over there on the side. Okay, that's easy enough. I'll lift this up and roll it so that I can lift the fan out onto the floor. Like so. Ow, there. Well, just pulled one of the wires loose. Looks like the ground wire is a little shorter than the rest of them, and that one was too. So maybe while I'm doing this, I should perhaps lengthen those wires so the next time I have to work on this fan motor, I won't have to fight against that short little cable there. Should have been extended a long time ago when they put the motor in
so that they could work on it out here and then have that not be a problem. But we'll take care of that. We'll just put a piece of cord on it and extend that motor cable, and life will be good. Now with the wires identified, I can take this wire nut loose because, you know, people recognize that when you take things apart, there should be polarities on most things. But, son of a gun if they don't run them all the same color wire. So we'll get this motor off of here. Well, now that I've got this taken loose, I can take it over in the other part of the shop where I can actually get to it easier and work on it. And I'll add an SJO, a piece of SJO to this motor so that it's longer, it can reach back in there and get a hold of that. Well, that's not fun. Just knocked a hole in my leg. I gotta go put a band-aid on. Otherwise I'll leak all over everything. When the fan came out, that sharp edge on the front down there slipped out and caught my leg. Nice little slice. Pressure cut. It didn't go through the pant leg. It didn't go through the sock. It just wiped it down. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. Well, I got all the fan parts in, I got the pulley, and I got the bearings, and bearings had to have a little adjustment made, but they're going to work just fine. So, it's all back together again. Can't hear it running now. It's because it's off.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.